Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. A summary of what has been happening in Ukraine in past 24 hours. The Russians launched another drone, massive drone, large-scale drone and missile attack, mainly in Kiev. Over 200 drones and missiles. The Russians obliterated, as Trump said about Iran, unfortunately, an Ukrainian military training ground with a precise strike. I suspect there were some foreign advisors and trainers over there. That's why we've been hearing this for almost 2 days already. And I thought it's very important to cover it. The Russians, according to the Institute for the Study of War, are advancing on 3 fronts. But actually, more than that, according to this non-profit think tank from Washington, D.C., with director Miss Kimberly Kagan, the sister-in-law of Miss Newland, Vicky Newland. Remember that one? All right, I'm going to show you maps, and let's start with the first article. This is from Ukrainska Pravda, Monday, 23rd of June, 2025. Large-scale Russian attack on Kiev. Houses, metro station, and cars damaged. At least 5 people injured. As you can tell, there's no military target here. Nothing. Just, civilian targets. Russian forces conducted a large-scale drone and missile attack on the city of Kiev on the night of 22 to 23 of June, damaging residential buildings, a business center, a metro station, and other facilities in various districts of the capital. At least 5 people, tralala. Who put explosive at 3 bridges in Russia and caused 3 trained, 2 of them confirmed civilian trains, caused to derail? And Russian citizens died, civilians. Well, it was the Ukrainian secret services, special forces, wasn't it? And what did the Russians say? We're going to fuck you up, unfortunately. So, the sooner these guys, I'm talking about the Ukrainians and the Russians, not the guys in charge of Ukraine and the Russians, as soon as these guys stop this garbage, which is stop fighting for other countries and other global interests, the better. Until then, no tear here. All right, I know I'm cold. Let's go to the main article, which comes from Ukrinform. Ukrainian air defense downs 339 Russian drones and 15 missiles in overnight attack. Oy vey. So that's almost what, 100, over the 150, 350 air targets. So 339 Russian drones and 15 missiles. Out of how many? Ukrainian defense forces neutralized 354 Russian area targets during an overnight attack. Out of how many? Let's see. Oh, here's the evidence. Okay, you got it? Got it. So this is what they did. Russia launched a total of 368. So 368, goddammit, and 354. So about what? God damn it. Almost nothing, my friend. Almost nothing. The Russians did not. They should stop attacking, because these guys, from 368, they down 354. So what the hell? That's what, 14 whatever missiles and drones that maybe hit the targets. So 352 Shahed type strike UAV and decoy drones launched from directions such as Kursk, Shatalovo, Oriol, Bryansk, Milerovo, and Primorsko-Akhtarsk. Up to 160 confirmed Shaheds. Why do they say that? Because those are Iranians. So Iranian type drones. So where did this attack occurred? All right. This is from Shatalovo in this area. Then you have Bryansk. Then you have Oriol. Then you have Kursk. So this is northeast of Ukraine. Then you got Milerovo, which is really here, the far east. This is Milerovo, where this weird broken cock or nose, how you want to call it, and depending what you have. And then we have Primorsk-Akhtarsk right here, across from Sea of Azov, right here. This is the Crimean Peninsula, and from the Cape Shauda, which is exactly here, right here. This is the Kerch Bridge that these guys want to destroy. So this is the area. So from the south, east, northeast, and north, and basically, as I say, indicated, north, northeast, east, southeast, and south right here. All right, let's see what targets these guys hit. So they also fired 11 Iskander MKH-23 ballistic missiles fired from Taganrog and Bryansk region. Taganrog, I found it to be exactly here by Rostov-on-Don. Taganrog from here, and I'm going to show you the air base. So it's right here. This is obviously Europe. So this is Ukraine. Let me show you where this military base is, or airfield. Let's go like this. So you see here is Ukraine, and here is in Russia, and we're gonna go there to the where are you, baby doll? That's one here, but this is a right there. This is with the intelligence one, the spy planes. This is a B-94 Bear bomber, strategic bomber. Not too many, two of them here, but I think I saw something else too here, right here. This is the real one. No, this is the commercial one. No, this is a commercial one. This is, I think I say military. No, Tagarog Air Base. This is the air base. But let me see what else we got here. I don't see any bombers here. Do you see any bombers? This is a museum. This is not what it is. This is MiGs and all that. This looks like a MiG-15 right here. The one, oh no, this is a MiG-15 right here. That looks like the Messerschmitt 262, the first German jet. Remember that one? ME 262, I think. No, I think it was. All right, so here it is. This one is a museum, obviously. What do I hear? You know what I said? This is not a. This looks like a commercial. Even though it says air military, but I don't see anything. The other one is the real one, I would say, right here. It is longer than the other one. I don't know. But here, at least you have this. Anyway, we got him. So let's move on and see what these guys attacked. So from Rostov-on-Don, right here. Bam bam, Tsamparam. They also had, they launched 5 Iskander-K cruise missiles launched from the Kursk region. Remember, Bryansk and Kursk. We go on this one. And are right here, Kursk and Bryansk. So the Iskanders were from here. All right, let's see. They said Kiev. They destroyed Kiev. Did you see anything here? They destroyed, according to these guys, 354 incoming threats. 7 ballistic missiles Iskander and 5 cruise missiles Iskander-K shot down. And they say direct hits were recorded at 6 locations. And debris fell at 25 sites across Kiev and the region. As reported earlier, 6 pop, so Kiev. And we have this. Remember, this was the first one, large attack on Kiev. And we have this guy saying this. Trump condemns Russian strikes on Ukraine, urges restraint from both sides. Well, I like this one, but when I'm gonna hear this guy urging restraint for him or for his bosses in Gaza, I will believe him. Until then, no, thank you very much. Let's see what the Russians are saying about the attacks. This is the Iskander, just so you know. Okay, good, looks good to me. Russia Today. Russia strikes targets in Kiev region. The attack was carried out with high precision weapons and targeted Ukraine's military industrial facilities. What are you talking about? This guy says it's Metro, Paka, Tsaka, Makaraka, and you're lying again? Okay. So let's see what these guys are saying. The ministry stated the attack was conducted using high-precision weapons and unmanned aerial vehicles. The strikes targeted Ukraine military-industrial enterprises as well as infrastructure at the military airfield and an arsenal of mine torpedo weapons of the Ukrainian Navy. And I'm quoting, "The strike goals were achieved. All designated targets were hit." Okay, good for you. Next. This is something that probably some foreign trainers were blum 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 blum. Ukrainska Pravda. Russia launches missile attack on Ukrainian military training ground. Several killed and injured. This is reported by the Ukrainians. I suspect that was done with this, which is the Iskander. This is one, but it has two next to one another. Paka-tsaka over there. Oh, right there. Pika-paka. Two Iskanders. Some before there were only one, now they have two. You see the little wing over there, the Jimi Hendrix song, Little Wing, beautiful. All right, let's see what these guys did. What did these guys do? Russian forces launched a missile strike on a training ground that was being used by Mechanized Brigade of Ukraine Ground Forces on Sunday, 22nd June. At least 3 people were killed and 14 injured. All right, you gonna tell us anything? Colonel Papapa says that the strike has targeted a temporary training ground that was being used for additional exercise involving personnel in the south of the country. Don't tell us exactly where. And here it is, baby doll. This guy said the nation Papapa indicated the Russians used an Iskander-M missile to strike the training ground. And they say anything else? No, they don't say anything else. They are for June's training facility in Poltava, so they are taking them out like that. And we're going to go to the last topic of this video. According to New Voice of Ukraine and according to these guys, they cannot be trusted. But hey, I mention them because I think from time to time you have to tell the truth so people can verify. Otherwise, they will really totally lose trust in you. So you don't always lie. You tell the truth most of all the time. And sometimes you lie in between, you know. So people say, well, they make mistakes. They make more mistakes than me. Okay, let's move on. Russia invaders are advancing in 3 main directions with clear objectives for future operations. Russian occupation forces continued to pursue long-standing operational objectives in the war against Ukraine during Pop and are utterly to alter their strategy in the coming months. So they want to alter the strategy. Analysts reported that Russian forces are currently conducting intensive combat operations along most of the front lines in Kharkiv, Luhansk, Donetsk, and Zaporozhye Oblast, no Kherson. So those are supposedly, they are doing from here. Kharkiv right here, right? Kharkiv, Luhansk, Donetsk, Zaporozhye. So here mainly, nothing in Kherson. Right there, nothing in Kherson according to these guys so far. All right, with a particular focus on offensive operations in the Donetsk Oblast. Obviously, there is in Toretsk and Pokrovsk and south of this is Donetsk. So obviously they are focused mostly in here. You see they are advancing. This is Liman and right here. And then you go here in Krematorsk, where you go to where Artemovsk, Bakhmut was, and you have here the look how the advance here. They have Toretsk. They already captured. They have Pokrovsk right here, and they are reaching the border with Dnipropetrovsk, the Russians. And from here down, here's Zaporozhye. So the Russians, let me zoom out. This is Dnipropetrovsk right here. And I'm making like this, Dnipropetrovsk. So they are mainly focused on here, this. But they are advancing in Kupiansk. They also open another front here, and they advance towards Sumy. They are 25 kilometers in, so that's about, I don't know, 18 miles in. And little pockets here in Kharkiv, Kharkov. Kupiansk is already encircled. So let's see what these guys are saying. All right, the analyst noted that Russia has increased the pace of its offensive operation in early 2025, maintaining this intensity over the past 5 months. All right. However, Russian forces are now apparently advancing in at least 3 simultaneous large-scale offensive operations in the Borova Liman, that's where I showed you north, Konstantinivka and Novopavlivka directions. All right, my friends, these are in the, where are you, baby doll? Right here. So they're talking about from here to here in Donetsk area. Okay, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.